Good morning, everybody. It's Friday and it is wet. We got a bunch of rain yesterday afternoon right after I finished that big 3-acre brush cutting job with the mega mower. Got back to the office, got the skid steer off, got the mini loaded up, and it right as I was starting to get the mini loaded up, it come a raining and a thundering, so I got all that on just before the bottom dropped out. So got the mini loaded up, and we are out here on a job today. This is a familiar job you guys have seen before, been out here before. We were out here last year doing some mulching for a deer stand, and we got to go back in there, kind of clean that up a little bit, bush hog it down, and clean up the road going into it. So let's take a look at what we got, and we'll get started. All right, got a little munch out here. Got the Kubota U55 with the TMC Kinsella THI 75 mulcher head. Machine just got serviced. Mechanic Greg came out and did me an oil change and a fuel filter and oil filter, and changed out the oil in the final drives and greased the whole machine for me, so got it all serviced up. She's getting ready to have to do the 1,000-hour hydraulic oil service as well here, coming up very soon, probably in the next couple months. Getting real close to that. I should have had that done at the same time. I just didn't have a chance to get all the filters and all the hydraulic oil and everything. So but this is what we got to do. We got to go up this road right through here and just kind of clean up these edges, mow this center down a little bit, clean up some of this overhang, and just kind of knock this road back and just clean it up. The reason I didn't bring the skid steer is, like, for some of this taller stuff, you'd have to come and actually turn the skid steer, and it just makes for a lot kind of more messier operation, having to cut the side of a road with the skid steer, especially when you want to get this overhang. So the mini does this a lot easier, and it's pretty tight down here around some of these trees down here that I left where that deer stand is, so be a little bit easier to get in there with the mini. It's not a very big area that's got to be cleaned up, so hopefully this shouldn't take too long. So we'll just work our way down this road, clean it up, and that'll be that. The little munch is perfect for that. I love this TMC Kinsella 75. And if you're interested in getting one of these TMCs, you can always contact my friends over at CC Equipment. Again, they're a full line dealer of all this awesome TMC stuff. Excavators, skid steers, PTO tractors, all that great stuff. If you've got something that can run a mulcher head, we've got a mulcher head for it pretty much. So check them out if you're interested in getting one. So without further ado, we'll get to mulching. windshield open here so you guys can see. And this is back here where I cleared all this out for the deer stand. There's the feeder right over there. So we're just gonna knock all this down and just sweep it back and forth. Sticking up, these are not weeds. These are the hardwood trees that I mulched down originally. They're trying to grow back. These are the oaks and the little maples and stuff that I mulched down originally. They're all trying to grow back. sweeping this down, and yeah, we'll be done here shortly. So see what it looks like when we're done. All right, guys, you can see the road through here. Looks like I nicked that pine tree. It fell over. I'll clean that up on my way out. But road looks good through here. Kind of see down through there. All nice and cleaned up. And this kind of circles on back around. I asked the owner if he wanted me to clean that up. He said yes. We cleaned that little circle around up through there. And Got this done right through here. Now, if I hadn't have just, if I hadn't needed to actually clean up the sides of the trail, I probably just would have brought like the zero turn, the John Deere zero turn, and just run it through here. It could have taken care of all of that, but he wanted the sides of the trail trimmed up. That was the big thing. And this job's like 25 miles from my office, so I wasn't going to come down here with the Mini, you know, and drive back. So I mean, it'd have been like 100 miles of driving to bring both those machines out here. So I just knocked it all down with the Mini. After cost of transportation and all that, it would have been the same. So wasn't ideal to do it all with the Mini, but we got it done. This whole job took about right at 6 hours. So not too bad, and that kind of includes moving the tripod around. So yeah, so not too bad. I'm pretty happy with this. It turned out really good. It looks good. The owner hasn't come by and seen it yet, but I'm sure he will. I think it looks pretty good. I think he'll be super happy with it. So yep, TMC was perfect for this. I really, when you're doing roads like this, trimming up trails, the Mini is the way better option. It's a way better option for just reaching up and trimming off these limbs and stuff and cleaning all that stuff up. The skid steer, you'd have to come through here and then, you know, turn it like this every which way and then you just end up having to do all that turning, and it tears the ground up, and it doesn't work with the skid steer. Doesn't work with the skid steer. Tried it, doesn't work. But this Mini is perfect for it. So yeah, that looks good. That looks real good. We'll just clean up that little pine right there on the way out, and all that looks pretty good. So hope you guys enjoyed the vid. I'm gonna load this bad boy up, and she's going to another job just down the road. We'll be starting that tomorrow with the owner. Gonna be digging out around a basement for a French drain. It's kind of his project, not mine. I'm just helping out to do the excavation part of it. So I don't know if I'm gonna film that or not. Usually when I dig something, nobody watches, but we got some ponds over there to mulch around, so I will film that. But we'll just see what we get into. But we do got some ponds to mulch and clean up around, so we'll get into that with little Munch. So stay tuned, and I will check you guys on the next one. Bye everybody.